Hi and hello and welcome to Two Men On. I, of course, am Fred Slow. Alongside me is Van Nunley, and it's a morning, it's a afternoon, or it's a night because I can see this and no one else in the entire world can. I guess Van could if he could learn how to log in. But we got more downloads than ever on the program, so let's go on that. This is Two Men On. Welcome, not just KSNM 98.7 Classic Rock, but the world.
Anywhere with internet access or somewhere where you can get a carrier pigeon for our show notes.
I don't physically write notes anymore. I'm over note writing.
Claude does that for you now.
I'm a Claude guy now. Mm-hmm. I went from ChatGPT to the Claude. I
have one more week of ChatGPT, and then I am pro Claude because my account is up on the 25th.
I'm not afraid to pay for a sub. I'm a sub guy.
Yeah.
I'll sub.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm a Dom. So I don't get it.
I'm a subber.
Okay.
And I was subbing for the ChatGPT. I've been on the Claude wagon since ChatGPT said they were pro war.
Yeah, war.
And so now I'm Clauding, but I've been Clauding for free this whole time.
Okay.
And it feels dangerous, if you know what I mean.
Always pay for the subscription.
Not yet.
It's worth it for the upgrade.
I'm not enticed yet.
I believe you get priority on the questionnaires.
Okay.
And also it's faster.
I don't need it to be faster. I need it to not be pro-war.
Yeah, that's the big selling point.
That's the one for me.
That's the one you're into.
Obviously, there's a ton going on in the world of news, pop culture, current events, including the Oscars this past weekend, including the World Baseball Classic, graduating to what I'm going to say is a top-tier draw, including everything. But we're going to start on a personal pet peeve of mine. We're going to start because this is what we need. This is therapy for old Freddie, this program, to sit down with you right here as often as we do and talk about our views and oversights on the world and then turn those into story. I got a real problem with the thing.
Okay. I'd love to hear about it.
So this thing, I believe in the world. All right, first I'm going to describe the thing to you, and you tell me what you think it's called.
Please,
but I think I found the word. What is it called when you take, and this is something that you have fabricated. Okay. This is something you create.
Okay.
What is it called when you manifest a thought, an idea, a belief, but then you present that thing as fact?
I see.
What is that called? What is it called when you produce a narrative, an understanding? What is that whenever you, out of thin freaking air, identify a thing that has no basis in factuality, and then you present it to someone as fact?
Oh, okay. I think there is a agreed upon term for that.
Okay.
I think it's called lying.
Okay, so lying is the word I would go with.
Yeah, okay. Makes you a liar.
Now, in the digital world, Van,
all right,
many would call it conjecture. In the world of law,
yes,
that is called conjecture. It's whenever you are in a courtroom.
Talking out the side of your mouth.
Yeah.
Some people call it that. Yeah.
If you base it around certain things like beliefs in at least the realm of religion, it's dogmatic.
Okay.
It's dogmatic is what you would call it. But if you present opinion as fact, you are a liar. That's what you are. And you can put tears on your lying. You can say it's a white lie.
Okay.
You can say it's and I don't know why white is the good one. I know we could do like a God and a devil thing, or we could do a whatever, but whatever spectrum of color lie that you identify as good.
Why not a pink lie?
Yeah, why not a pink lie?
Yeah.
I'm going to say this. The part where it pet peeves, and that part I don't even care. You want to lie to your people? You want to lie to your spouse? You want to lie, you say you're in a position of authority and you want to lie to your subs.
Okay.
Like, I'm telling you, lie away. But if you lie to me, if you specifically in a place of business, if I ask you as a representative of a business, if I can stand across from you, Van, and say, without very much reasonable doubt, that you are in a position of authority as it relates to this job. And I say a thing like, hey, you guys close at 10 tonight, right? And then you say, I think it's 9. And I go, I think you're guessing.
Okay. Yeah. I don't believe that to be an actual lie.
What is that?
That might be a little heavier. That would be misinformed, and you have a false sense of confidence.
I say, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to check the phone. Let's double down. They say, yeah, I don't think the website's updated. Oh.
Really leaning into it now.
So now you've not only have you lied.
No, now I think it's a lie.
Oh, it was a lie the entire time.
Now, okay, you went from being confidently incorrect to doubling down on it. Now you are living the lie.
I use this phrase all the time in my life.
Okay.
I say, is that a thing you think or is that a thing you know? I say that all the time. I say it to people the way that my dad used to say, good enough for the girls he dates.
Sure.
It is my go-to catchphrase.
Say it a lot. I've heard you say it out loud.
I say it all the time.
You do.
And whenever I say it to someone, they're offended. There's offense taken.
Well, no one likes to be called a liar.
Why do they lie?
And then, yes, if you didn't want to be called a liar,
what is
the number one thing you should do is hear me out, not lie.
Just don't lie.
Yeah.
Do you know the shame in the sentence? Let me figure that out for you. Yeah. Hey, let me go ask.
Yeah.
Hey, let me put in a little effort. Hey, Bubba.
While there are many people in the world that you could refer to as dumb
or liars,
they don't like to be called out on it.
Oh.
That's for sure. Because they're not going to correct their behavior. They're just going to get dumber.
Also, I'm casting the first stone here. If I am accusing you of lying, that is because I am in a position where I do not lie.
Correct.
You've now been outmatched.
Harbinger of truth you are.
Correct.
Yeah.
Now it gets even better. Let's say you're lying for the sake of lying.
Oh, just for sport?
Well, you say sport, but I'm going to say avoidance. I'm going to say you're lying because you're lazy.
Ooh.
I'm going to say, let's name a place I'm very familiar with. Let's name, everyone who's listening right now has their local watering hole.
Sure.
They have their townie bar.
Yeah.
They have the place they go and belly up. They used to call it third place, but that doesn't exist anymore because now all third places have died since COVID and everything is a high-end subscription-based like rock climbing gym. And that is not a third space. That is a niche hobby. And it doesn't count if you have to buy a season pass to the ski lift because that is not a third place. That is the thing you invest money and time into called a hobby. I am talking about.
Now, careful here. You're presenting your opinion on rock climbing as fact right now. You're getting dangerously
close. You're saying that's a third place?
You're
saying that rock climbing is a third place?
You're getting dangerously close to what you're accusing
I'm telling
somebody
you,
else of.
I'm telling you a third place cannot have a subscription.
Oh, okay.
I'm telling you. Now, can it have a membership due? I'm in on that. That's fine.
Okay.
But it cannot be a.
Is a membership due just a subscription?
No.
Okay.
No. A membership due is like, yeah, I support this place. Hey, I'm gonna pay the $100 a year, and that means that they're gonna tar the parking lot. Like that's fine.
I got you. I'm with you.
Okay.
I'm back in.
Now I'm not saying, yeah, Fred, if the YMCA does not count.
Sure.
You have to maintain the equipments.
Yeah. While it is a gym, it's bigger than that.
It's bigger than that.
Yeah. You're not just a member, you're a supporter.
Fellowship.
Gotcha.
So I'm talking about my third place is the local watering hole. Now, you know what a constant is at the local watering? I'm on one right now. Thank you for letting me.
Sure.
You know my thing at the local watering hole?
You're doing a lot of the heavy lifting here in the first segment.
I'll give you the next one.
But you do you.
I came in fired up.
Uh-huh.
If I am belly up to the local watering hole and I look to my left, I'm going to see Van Nunley.
Yeah, I'm there often.
If I look to my right, I'm going to see others, often unnamed to me, individuals that frequent that hole.
Yeah.
If I look, and I'm broadly gesturing with my left hand openly.
This is a mostly audio medium.
Yes.
Probably describe what you're doing.
I'm broadly gesturing with my hand the way that I assumed Meriwether Clark gestured when he originally crossed the Mississippi River when exploring the Louisiana Purchase.
Yeah,
just
look at all this.
Look at all, yeah.
Yeah.
Take it in.
How about all this?
Look at all these future national parks after Kansas.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I just did. Now, the thing that turns over, the thing that changes, the thing that is not a constant at my local watering hole that I identify as a third place and safe and important to my mental health and constitution, the staff.
Okay, not a constant.
Not a constant.
No, a lot of turnover in that industry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the hours are hard.
Yeah.
The temptation is hard.
Dealing with people like you is hard.
Yeah, incredibly.
Yeah.
No one wants this.
No.
No one wants what I bring to the place that I subjectively chose for myself without asking them for consent.
Sure.
So whenever I say, hey, I'm real familiar with my regular order, the way that I absorb it, and the comfort that it brings me when I eat it in this exact environment with these exact people, can you please curtail it to that?
Yeah.
And they say, nah, man, we don't do that here.
Wild work.
You are lying.
Okay.
You have lied. I can never trust you on anything moving forward.
Correct. Yeah. You've set a precedent that you have to uphold now.
You just lie.
Yeah.
In my head, I have an internal dialogue, and it's an explosion. I have an explosion of internal dialogue that says, at least to me and to anyone that will listen to this podcast, that says, what other things in life do they lie about?
Yeah.
What other things do they struggle with? Do they even look in their rearview mirrors when they back up their car out of their parking spot that they couldn't park in originally in a correct angle? And by the way, they did it rushed because they can't figure out how to show up to work on time. And whenever they don't show up to work on time, they have a story about why they couldn't. And that is also a lie.
Yeah. I think you're talking about somebody specific.
No.
This is not.
This is talking about the world.
It's becoming less and less broad the more you go on, my friend. Yeah.
Here's what I need.
Okay.
Constant support from everyone who surrounds me and the understanding that life is a whole lot easier when you are honest, direct, truthful, even firm. I think firm is fair.
To the point.
To the point.
Get it.
Now, miss me with the, hey, I'm a bad B because I'm a straight shooter. I'm honest all the time. Like, you can get out of here.
Okay.
Honesty is about timing. But lying, you're out of my life. Even though I recognize you're single serving in whatever aspect in this specific example, then there's not one individual specifically, but it's a culmination of many individuals packaged into a radio broadcast program.
Understood.
But I hate you.
Okay.
That is the final say.
Now we've skipped into uncharted territory.
Yes.
Your hatred for humanity off of one little misinformed lie.
Not one. It's anecdotal. And I have it because the double down is what solidifies it.
Right. Yeah. You could have been just incorrect, and it's okay to be wrong.
But then
that's how one learns and grows.
Not saying it's not, but I don't give you the opportunity because I have a mechanism, and that mechanism is, you want to check on that?
Sure.
You want to find your source on that? Also, I don't think you run the website. Because you have failure in knowledge does not mean anyone else in this organization has a failure in execution as it relates to the digital marketing of this product that I am so very familiar with, confirming the time that or the way I want my, or the reasons I have to give you my Quan.
I'm sorry, what was that? What was that last part?
Quan.
Your Quan?
Yes.
Are we doing Jerry Maguire stuff?
Well,
is that?
It's not just money, but it's money filled with love.
Gotcha.
Because this is, and again, friend of the show, this is your third place. This is not me speaking to you. This is me speaking for you about the environments that you choose.
Again, even though you're so wildly specific about this diatribe, you're just speaking in generalities. This isn't about one specific place or person.
Yeah. It's not I myself saying it.
I think.
It's us saying it for ourselves.
Gotcha. Man of the people.
Yeah.
Fred Slow.
And I'm tired of this world of individuals who, through, I guess, self-inflicted confirmation bias off there, again, 2 weeks in a row now, black mirrors of misery that sit in their hands and without a understanding or concept or approach to interact with human beings in what I am now identifying as an honest, dignified manner.
Okay, I'm on board for most of that.
Okay.
Yeah. You, with these lofty expectations, you need to temper those bad boys a little
motivated reasoning.
People will be misinformed. People will continue to lie to you.
No.
The only thing that dictates how you're going to feel about it is your single solitary reaction to it. So you've let them win. You are outwardly upset right now.
I'm not outwardly
I
upset.
see it.
No.
In your eyes. I see it in your body
Say
language.
that sentence again, but replace the word upset with the word aware. So do that.
Okay.
I'm outwardly aware.
You're
and now I'm spreading awareness.
Yeah.
Was Dare mad at drugs? No. Dare was aware of drugs. And that's what I am. I'm the Dare program of liars. And I'm making it my, not just goal, I'm making it my mission. What's greater than mission? I'm making it my life's journey to eradicate fabrication.
I believe you might want to choose another example because Dare just made me want to try drugs.
You believe this is going to encourage people to lie to me?
I think so. Yeah. Challenge accepted, by the way. I'm going to start ramping up my lies to you in a daily fashion until they get so grandiose you can't believe a word I ever say again.
I'm going to do for you and the friends of the show what should have been done for you and the friends of the show a lot of years ago.
Okay.
I'm going to challenge you, they, those that surround them. If you, friend of the show, go and get 2 friends and you follow this Fred Slow challenge, the way that I give it to you, the way that you should. If you follow this and you say, next time someone lies to you, you say to them, I don't believe you.
Call them out on the spot.
On the spot. I do it all the time.
Okay. Because otherwise they will continue to
do it forever.
Okay.
I don't believe that's true. I don't think you know that.
Or, hear me out, they're just not going to lie in that venue anymore.
Good.
They will take their lies elsewhere.
Because this is my venue.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, I'm not doing this when I'm on vacation trying to figure out the turnstile of the mass transit in whatever metropolitan area I'm in. I don't care then.
Gotcha.
You know when I care? When it affects me and the people I care about.
Yeah. Home turf.
Home turf.
Sure.
My surroundings.
Yeah.
The environment that I, as stated earlier, I've already chose to make my own. That's when I need to. You remember when you were in your early 20s?
Barely.
And you would spend hours, and I mean hours upon end, trying to fix the internet. You would get on your social media and you would see that someone was wrong about something on the internet.
Yeah.
And you would, the way that you do so articulately and with the.
So much clicking. So much clicky clicking.
And you were trying to fix the internet. That was your goal.
I had an incorrect belief that my efforts were valid and worthy. I was wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's gotten worse.
Yes, it has.
Yeah.
Because we can't control the internet, but you know what we can control? Arm's length.
These liars in front of us.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
We get them.
Sure.
We look them dead in the eye. The way that Ron Burgundy looked in the eye anyone who ever said anything he didn't like. We said, I don't believe you. I don't believe you.
Okay.
Ron, we're on air. I don't believe you.
We are, in fact, on air right now.
All right, so that guy wasn't lying. So that's actually a bad example.
2 bad examples in a row.
The 2004
Dare and Ron Burgundy aren't really the greatest examples.
Would you say what I'm currently presenting is a truth or a lie?
Well, like most things in life, it's a gray area.
I don't know. No, it is not.
Because that's literally what we do on this program is we lie.
No,
we just lie on the spot.
I'm advising.
Okay.
I am now welcoming every friend of the show that we have ever had, everyone that we will have in the future. And I'm saying we take a stand. Again, and specifically because I'm 41 years old now, like little punks.
Okay.
That just are going to say, and also the elderly. Okay. So 20 years either way.
Elderly gets a pass.
No, too entitled.
I don't know if they're lying on purpose.
All right, good point. Or if they just had a really tough conversation with their hospice nurse.
Correct.
Yeah, okay. I am following you on that. You familiar with death doulas?
The elderly and the youth get a pass.
They don't get passes.
No, they get a pass. It's the ones in the middle we got to hold accountable.
When I was
Are we doing this What pyramid way are we doing this? Are we doing this bottom up or top down?
You talking?
Because I'd like for top down to start today.
Are you talking about DC Universe or Marvel Universe?
Talking about District of Columbia, DC Universe.
When I was a kid, when did we become old enough to work with strangers? I don't mean like working the way we used to like shuck hay bales.
Okay.
Like I'm talking like when did we get our first jobs? I was 15.
Sure.
14, 15. And they said, hey, if somebody asks you a question and you don't know the answer, say, I don't know, but I'll find out.
That's great advice.
Great
Fred.
advice.
Great advice.
Who's not telling these people in my life?
Mm.
Who is failing in their leadership roles? Which one of you, fellow millennials and probably boomers, are not out there supporting the lettered alpha GZA sector of the world with guidance and direction the way they deserve, the way that I am now encouraging everyone to do it? I don't know. Let me find out for you.
That is a incredible way to traverse life. Having that childlike wonder, having that representation of yourself to be a truth seeker, not a liar.
You know what I'd like to do for you, sir? Because I don't know. I'd like to put in the effort. I'd like to help you.
Right.
I'd like to return with a better understanding, not just of myself, but for you. And that we can recognize each other in a world of honesty.
I feel a strongly worded email coming on this commercial break.
To everyone.
Yeah.
From me.
Uh-huh.
Not related to this diatribe I just went on. We're at Rio Bravo Brewery, where every single Wednesday we record this program for you, the friends of the show, for Terrestrial Reese on Saturday mornings, KSNM 98.7 Classic Rock. And big thank you to everyone who has taken the time with the podcast. It is through the roof right now. So we are so very happy about that.
Appreciate you, friends.
Appreciate you for the downloads. If you shine us up with some 5-star reviews.
Incredible.
Yeah, now we're sitting pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty. When we get back, the World Baseball Classic has catapulted itself into the upper echelon of must-watch sports. Congratulations on because they are here. You're listening to 2 Men On KSNM 98.7 Classic Rock. Hi and hello and welcome back to 2 Men On. I, of course, am Fred Slow. Alongside me is Van Nunley, and we were recording live to tape to re-air right here from Rio Bravo Brewery, where you can come and hang out with us on Wednesdays. We got a big group coming tonight, so that's gonna be a lot of fun.
Exciting stuff.
Yeah. And then obviously catch us on KSNM 98.7 Classic Rock. That is in Las Cruces, Truth or Consequences. And we've had a handful of conversations with other exciting entities, so announcements to come.
Very exciting stuff.
You and I went to Hot Boy dinner last night.
We did. It was lovely.
Now, I did not invent Hot Boy dinner, but I think I did. So hot girl dinner already exists.
Correct.
Hot-
It's usually finger snacks.
That's correct.
What I've come to understand.
That's my understanding.
Yeah.
It's pretzel bites and fruit cups.
Is it that?
I think
I
it-
don't
I
think
think
so.
it's like pistachios.
I think it's like nuggies.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. It's more of a nuggie thing, I believe.
So we were invited VIP.
Correct.
Very fortunate.
Mhm.
We were invited to I don't know what I can say. I'm just going to say what I can say.
Okay.
We were invited to a invite only for a local college
Correct.
that graduates a lot of the best hospitality members, not just in the state but in the Southwest.
Correct.
And they go on. It's C&M. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So
I believe we could say
I
CNN.
think we can.
I don't think that's against any rule.
I don't know. I think they want to keep it exclusive.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So C&M, which is the largest college in the state, so they just pump out hospitality grads. Like, and they
Yes.
go onto the best restaurants in the state and the
Mhm.
Southwest, and they're all great. Well, part of their, I don't know what to call it, syllabus, I don't know what to call it, degree, I don't know what to call it,
Mm.
curriculum, they have to have a final where they run a whole restaurant.
Correct.
So they like rotate through the responsibility. It's like cooking and baking
Mhm.
and back of the house
Correct.
and bartending and waiting and serving and hosting. And I would need Chat GPT Claude to give me more examples of what's in a restaurant.
And no one specializes. They all rotate.
They all rotate.
They do every single job.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. A rotisserie, I believe, is the word they use in the industry.
I doubt that.
So we go. So they call me. We have to go 2 steps back to go 1 step forward.
Thanks.
So they call me and they say, "Hey, Freddie, you're obviously highly renowned in the community. You're a local contributor, influencer.
Your
Impactor.
words, not theirs.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
you're getting the message.
Read in between the lines a little bit, would you?
They're saying, we know you do a lot for others. We'd like to do for you."
Okay.
That's what they said.
Yeah, that's
They-
almost true.
They said, we want to give you,
Remember that segment about lying we just had?
yes.
Okay.
Oh, you think they were lying to me?
I think somebody's lying, mostly to themselves.
It's okay to lie to the masses. I've learned this from Donald
This
Trump.
is entertainment.
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah.
So they say, why don't you bring a table? Bring a table to this super fun. Was there 5 courses on this meal?
It's 5-course dinner, correct?
5-course, upper high end. What word we use besides high end when dining?
I think 5-course kind of sets
That
the
kind of
stage.
sets the stage.
Yeah,
Okay.
for sure.
This is the one.
It began with a amuse-bouche,
A what?
which is a word that you learned yesterday.
Now say it again.
We could just call it a fancy appetizer. How about that?
So let me pull up Claude on my phone
Mhm.
because I took a picture of the menu with my Claude so that it could. I said, "Hey Claude, explain this menu to me like I'm 5."
Yes.
And then it translated the words that, by the way, if you wrote this menu out on Microsoft Word, it would have red squiggly line under basically everything.
Right.
Yeah.
Most of it's nonsensical to you.
Correct.
Pinkies out foodies were like, oh, I know all these words.
I'm going to pull it up right now
Yeah.
while we're talking about this.
You asked me what that was, and I said, quit being such an amuse douche.
Ouch.
Yeah.
So we sit down for this dinner, hot boy dinner. And
Correct.
I called it hot boy dinner because we didn't invite any of the ladies,
Just the bros.
just the boys.
Yeah.
And it's us and some of the funniest boys we know.
Fun group.
It is top tier
Correct.
in the world of not just forward and outward facing entertainment, but inside jokes.
Yeah.
It is.
All the tables within earshot,
Yeah.
you're welcome.
Yeah. We got you.
Correct.
Now, we had some scheduling issues with this
Mhm.
bad boy event
Right.
because at this bad boy event, the aforementioned,
Yeah.
the World Baseball Classic was last night.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
we
it's a big one.
couldn't miss that
No,
for
no,
hot
no.
boy dinner. So we brought an iPad, the way that a child brings an iPad to a restaurant,
It kept us well behaved.
and we streamed this.
Accurate. Yes, that
And
is what we did.
Speaking of scheduling, I invited 4 of you hot boys to go with
Mhm.
me to dinner because I assumed one of you would flake out at some point.
Yeah.
I know you all well,
hmm
and historically, specifically on a St. Patty's, not Patrick's Day,
Correct.
something will come up and we'll go from the overbooked Party of Five,
Mm-hmm.
not just a 90s TV series,
Shout out to Jennifer Love Hewitt.
and Nev Campbell.
Is that what she on that one?
You'd have to Google it, but I think so.
You're speaking with a level of confidence here.
I said think.
Okay.
That's the thing I think.
All right.
So we show up for this 4-top reserve hot boy dinner, invite only.
Yeah.
With 5 people.
Yeah.
We're one
too many.
One hot boy heavy.
This is going to come up in their careers
Oh, yes.
of reservations.
In a role play scenario.
Yeah.
This is what they needed, according to me.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They needed the group that lies to you constantly about the number of drinks that they've had.
And we did.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
They need.
Yes. Pulled the wool over their eyes.
You did the move where you said to the waiter, who not only is first day waiting, his first table ever.
Correct.
You said to him, I'm not even going to read the menu. Just give me the veggie options.
Correct.
He could not handle this.
No. We came in hot for sure.
Yeah. He said, do you want beer or wine? And I said, yes.
Mm-hmm.
These are things you have to be prepared for, because when us 5, I'm now going to add this, white hot boys,
Mostly white.
we're the tipping table.
Mm-hmm.
One, mostly white and one Italian. We're the tipping table.
Irish, Italian, some white in complexion, historically not considered white, but that's okay.
The point I'm getting to is if you play with us, if you go along with the shtick, we got you.
Best day of your life.
We have the means.
Mm-hmm.
This is the table you tell others about. And then afterwards, you got your, on the low end, real number, $100 tip. On the high end, $200 tip. Like, does it falls in there, right?
Yeah. Do your thing.
Do the thing.
Well rewarded. And I'm talking heavy pours.
Yeah. I'm talking about when I tell you it's cool that I use the butter knife to cut into my Brussels sprout, you don't care.
It's okay.
Because I don't care.
It is okay to do that.
So we got
personal choice.
So we got the game on.
At the table.
At the table on the iPad.
And a nice 5-course meal. We're watching baseball on an iPad.
Giggling.
Correct.
Nonstop.
Being silly hot boys.
We're at hot boy dinner.
Mm-hmm.
So Van says, that's you,
That's me.
as confidently as any human being on the planet, well, boys, don't worry about the battery in this iPad. USA is going to be out in front of Baker's dozen after 3.
Correct.
Old Vinny doesn't have any presidents or any pitchers. That's what you said.
Correct.
Would you like to retract your ignorance now to the audience?
Yeah, they didn't bring, when I say they, I mean United States of America, where we live, we are from, born and raised, didn't bring their bats with them.
What's that have to do with the president in Venezuela?
They're even now.
So it wasn't
We took your president, you took our tournament.
a Baker's dozen.
No.
No. It was chasing 2, and the game kept going. And then got down to the part where Bryce Harper, who for some reason people don't think he is the generational talent that he is, forgetting that he was at the age of 16 years old on the cover of Sports Illustrated, and he is the one who set the trend of all these things that are now IMG Academy and similar, where he left high school early to pursue a year of only professional development in the world of baseball, thus he can go on to be, even though he's a weird Mormon of some sort, like pro athlete savant, and then go on to have multiple all-star titles and league MVPs.
2 MVPs.
Is that guy. And he ties it up at 2.
Exciting stuff.
Who was on base? Schwarber? I don't remember.
Yeah.
And ties it up at 2. It's 2-2. We're in the mix.
Yeah, baby.
And by the way, it's in Houston, right?
That one was in Miami.
It's in Miami, right?
Yeah.
The previous one was in Houston.
Correct.
And after this season, when Major League Baseball claims that they have to go on strike because there's not enough fans in small market cities like Miami, I'm just going to take a screenshot of what that was. There are enough fans. It's that the Marlins suck.
Correct. You put out a bad product, you're going to get bad results.
The only team that can put out a bad product and have very good financial results is the Colorado Rockies.
Coors Field's incredible.
It is loosely a top 5. It's a top 3.
I would agree with you. If we're not doing historic,
no,
then yes, top 3.
It's a top 3. And they don't have to put a product on the field because they have an affluent audience. They have people with the means. And it's exhilarating. Also, Mountain Time is the best time for sports in the whole country. Fight me if you think otherwise.
We're pretty fortunate for multiple reasons.
But old Vinny pulls it out there at the end.
And you're referring to Venezuela.
That is correct.
As Vinny, not the first baseman for Italy, Vinny Pescatino, or however you pronounce it. You're
I believe
referring
that's
to
correct.
A whole country
Yeah.
by a nickname.
I refer to the USA as us.
The USA?
Use.
Okay.
The US. Because it was us versus Vinny. And Vinny pulls it out. It's the greatest upset in the history of all sports, all time, no matter what. Try to say another one. I'll tell you why you're wrong.
They were minus 300. That is a huge favorite in a championship matchup. David versus Goliath. Javid versus Goliath.
Vinny versus us.
Mm-hmm.
Victorious. And as we're watching it, I had a moment. While we were watching where I go, this is as good as that Players' Championship I just watched over the weekend. This is as good as the start to the NASCAR season. This is as good as all the F1 races are really good now. This is as good as March Madness, which starts at the time of this recording tomorrow, at the time of you listening 2 days ago. This is as good as WrestleMania weekend. This is as good as, and it is there. It has made that echelon of sport.
Agree. When it first started, it got a lot of negative reaction, which I have no idea why. It's very dumb.
No clue.
I've been bought in since the interim. Since this bad boy started, I thought it was a great idea.
Mm-hmm.
It's helping grow baseball all around the world. We get to see people represent their country like you would in the Olympics. It is incredible. But now the world is catching up to the fandom of this tournament because all the best players want to play for the country that they love, usually the country they grew up in or their parents or grandparents went to, which is an incredible rule. Shout out to Italy.
Because you can play for multiple countries.
Yeah.
That stuff's pretty wild.
Shout out to Italy because none of these guys are Italian. Yeah, the rest of the world is catching up to how awesome this tournament is.
I do get that Lars Nootbaar is on Team Japan.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, how much time he spent in Japan?
You got a Japanese grandma? That's close.
Yeah, I mean,
congratulations.
What are we doing?
Yeah.
We're so Taguchi. Put him back out there. I'm going to say it. Man, I'm going to say it. And you hate when I do this because you tell me it sounds dogmatic. It's a blessing.
Aww.
The World Baseball Classic is a blessing.
That's nice.
March Madness is a blessing. Also, I got Houston repeating this year.
Same.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Dang it. We're in a lot of the same brackets. Are you being serious?
Yeah.
Let's do a handshake right now. If we get to the final, we just split.
Deal.
You got a deal. If we're both riding Eddie Nunez 2 years in a row to the chip.
Yes.
And I like Michigan and I like Arizona.
It's also my mother's alma mater.
Yeah, that's a good point for you.
She was there during Phi Slamma Jamma. That's cool.
Do you know who your biological father is?
I'll never figure that out.
I also think St. John's going to beat Duke on the way. I just feel like they're a momentum team right now.
Oh, man.
I put it in the bracket.
Well, you know what I do. I always fill out 2 brackets.
Yep.
One with my heart and one with my head.
Uh-huh.
I do a chalk bracket.
Yeah.
Literally the favorite all the way through.
Don't hate it.
Rack up those points.
You're in the mix.
I always place.
Be in the mix. The way that the World Baseball Classic is in the mix with the Tour de France.
We're going Tour de France here?
Worldwide.
A bicycle race?
Worldwide, it's gigantic.
Oh, okay. Fair. For people who've never
seen
goes
baseball. Like this. Number 1 World Cup.
Very important.
That's
culturally significant.
Yeah. And I think Tour de France is right under that.
Okay. You're not going to go Olympic curling.
No. It didn't get the draw.
Okay.
The Super Bowl doesn't even get the draw like those things do.
Right.
Because that's only one dealie.
Mm-hmm.
The World Cup is just like the World Cup of Baseball Classic, the World Baseball Cup Classic.
Choosing every 3 years was a weird choice, but I'm into it. Everyone does 2 years or 4 years.
Yeah.
I like a nice round number. Good job picking 3.
Women's World Cup I'll put in there too. People watch that too.
I thought we meant both when he said World Cup.
You're so inclusive.
Okay.
I did not.
I just assumed.
Yeah, I know.
We're
I can tell.
including women.
No, I'm not. I wasn't.
Okay.
It's its own thing.
You often don't.
It's a better thing. You know that 3-on-3 chick basketball that you like?
Sure.
That's not the same as the WNBA. You've never watched a WNBA game. You've watched so much of that 3-on-3 women's whatever. It's different.
I like the floor spacing better with 3.
They're better.
Yeah.
It's just a better product.
Hockey as well. Give me 3-on-3 hockey.
Now, there's sports that aren't in this tier. That golf thing you like where they play at SoFi Stadium, it's not in that tier.
TGL. I'm into that.
I know you are.
I am into that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not. This is not where we're at.
It is not yet.
The one, the video game one, that's not here yet. You know what I'm talking about. What's it called? See, I'm so bad at the video game stuff. I know it's real.
It's important to a lot of people. But yeah, I agree. It's not there yet.
No. Wimbledon?
Up there.
I think it's below the Super Bowl.
Close.
I think the World Series is below the Super Bowl. I think that's my cutoff. Is this thing as substantial as the Super Bowl? And I'm going to say the World Cup of Baseball Classic is, as the entire event, like the 2 weeks or whatever, is as significant as one day of the Super Bowl.
I would have to agree with you. Trying to be objective, not just a baseball homer, which I am. It's the greatest game ever invented.
Yeah.
I agree it is up on that echelon.
Yeah.
It took a while.
It's this year.
It took 15 years to get it to that spot, but here we are now. Like, welcome, and you should be watching this. It was incredible.
I'm doing the recap again.
You know how many kids in Italy punctured a hole in their soccer ball and picked up a baseball? Literally dozens. At least a dozen kids in Italy.
Let me give you a good analogy. This is like if Team USA sent a cricket team to the Cricket World Cup, whatever that's called.
Yeah.
And you and I were live tweeting us trying to learn the rules of cricket.
Yeah.
That's what happened for all of these Italians.
The World Baseball Classic beating USA.
Yeah.
For Italy is like the miracle on ice for hockey in the United States. I think it's
because hockey was so niche.
Correct.
Yeah. Yeah. But also, if you and I are trying to explain to those that surround us the rules of cricket, we're hilariously wrong.
Right.
And that is what baseball fan in Italy was. In this order. I want to leave F1 near the top, but it's not World Cup soccer. So World Cup soccer.
It's bad radio to agree with you this hard.
Yeah.
But I agree. It is World Cup number 1.
And then I think it's the Tour de France. And then I think it's probably that Cricket World Cup. And then probably Summer and Winter Olympics. And then I think it kind of UEFA. Okay.
Not as much into that one.
I'm not either, but I think people are.
Sure.
Give me F1. Give me the Super Bowl World Baseball Classic. That's like the top 10-ish. I don't think I named 10, but that's like Wimbledon maybe. Like that's it. The Masters maybe. The Masters I think is lower.
I would agree because it's not like the one for golf. There's 4 majors. Some people think 5 with the players.
Yeah. The problem with the players is it's too new.
Yes. It doesn't have that historical feel.
It's only 50 years old or whatever.
Yeah.
The other ones are all 100 years old.
Right.
They get paid more.
Would pick the Masters. But there's one Super Bowl a year. There's 5 majors a year.
Yeah.
You know?
Kentucky Derby's not in the mix. No. I think NCAA, the whole basketball tournament is. Also, I think when the NCAA football goes to 64 teams, which, by the way, is going to make no regular season stuff matter at all, but that's fine for me. I don't super care. Whenever that happens, that will be in the mix. And I do think that will happen. I do think it will go to 64. I think you'll play whatever your conference games only, the 6 of them.
Yeah.
And then that will slate you on where you end up, and you have to win out the rest of the year. So you might only play 7 games. And that will be awesome. But you also might play 15.
There is going to be 0 scenarios where college football plays less games in a season. That's just way too much money.
It's all TV money, brother. Fanatics is still going to sell them jerseys.
Yeah, but that TV stuff goes split around the whole conference. A sellout home game, that just goes to the school.
So, all right, so you're thinking like consolation too then?
Definitely.
Okay, so I'll buy that. I'm in on that. Whenever that happens.
Everyone has to play
Yeah.
double-digit games, or they're not going to be able to pay for the rest of the sports at their university.
I don't think people are watching the NBA Finals.
Was it 2 years ago was the first time that baseball jumped over the finals for viewership?
Ever?
No. In recent history.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
Because I would say, like, historically, no.
It's growing up.
But since the 90s, all right, the Bulls and the Yankees of the 90s were equal.
I would say yes.
And I think the NBA's been better since.
Yeah, but baseball as a global product took over the NBA.
Well, the NBA took over as a global product
For
10 years before.
30 years. I would say.
No, 92.
I would say, yeah, Dream Team and Jordan catapulted basketball ahead of baseball, but now baseball is just now reclaiming that number 2 spot.
Well, and what Michael Jordan did for basketball in 92, I think was done for baseball worldwide by, I want to say Derek Jeter, but I guess that's not right.
No, it's not till recent. It's Shohei Ohtani.
It's Shohei Ohtani.
Sure.
God, it's got to be before then, though, because Shohei wouldn't have got here. Shohei didn't get here on his – World War II. It was World War II.
If you're going to go that far back, we could just say Jackie Robinson. Can we just say that's when it started?
Every country that the United States messed around and invaded
magically loves baseball.
They love baseball.
Just like the British Empire and cricket. Sure. That's not a secret formula here.
The World Baseball Classic is over, and I want more World Baseball Classic.
Agree. This has been the biggest one.
Yeah.
Viewership is up 150%. Means so many more people care about this thing now.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe like the countries are on board now. Instead of just baseball fans of certain players from a certain part of the world, the countries are behind it like they get behind the Olympics now. It's really cool to watch.
They also figured out the insurance part, which was huge. I know this is like boring business talk.
Right.
But now guys can play. Now, Shohei won't be able to play forever because eventually his base salary is going to get too big, and then you can't insure him. But while they all still can, they will. And that is like huge. Like, I don't think Jose Altuve played this year.
He did not. And it's a bummer because he's Venezuelan.
Yeah. But that's because of his contract was too big to insure.
Yeah.
And I feel Major League Baseball will figure that out even better the next time around. And you'll have all of the ones, specifically with the way that Major League Baseball receives the money from the TV and the merchandise and the venues that host it, put in a lot of effort. Houston, Miami, I can't speak for places outside the United States, but Tokyo Dome didn't struggle to sell tickets. No. You know what I mean? It's a super smart product. And it was done better than it's ever been done.
Hard agree.
Yeah.
And, even had the captain, Aaron Judge, saying that this thing's bigger than the World Series. People care about it more than the World Series.
Yeah.
I don't believe him. I think he was a prisoner of the moment.
I think you're wrong. I cheered for Aaron Judge for the first time in my life.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, that's what this tournament does, right? It gets you away from your favorite sports team and has you united in your fandom.
And there was 0 St. Louis Cardinals out there.
I mean, for good reason. They suck.
They suck, dude.
Yeah.
They're doing $30 all-inclusive tickets. Did you see this?
No.
$29.99. It's a certain section. You get unlimited glizzies, unlimited hot dogs. I already said glizzies. Unlimited hamburgers, unlimited popcorn, unlimited ice cream, unlimited Coca-Cola products. And it's only it's $30, and you get all of it. That's the fall from grace. I'm wearing a Cardinal shirt right now. The fall from grace that my St. Louis Cardinals have had.
You seem embarrassed wearing that shirt right now.
So it doesn't actually say Cardinals. It just says STL.
Correct.
In the color scheme of.
Could be anything.
Yeah. Also, here's like an example. When your team struggles, the STL store, which was located right outside of Busch Stadium in downtown St. Louis, is now closed because people stopped going to games and local commerce is negatively impacted. I can't buy this shirt again. That store doesn't exist.
St. Louis is turning into the Detroit. Thanks, Cardinals.
St. Louis is the Detroit of St. Louis. Van watched the Oscars this weekend, so you didn't have to. You're listening to 2 Men On right here on KSNM 98.7 Classic Rock. Hi and hello and welcome back to 2 Men On. I, of course, am Fred Slow. Alongside me is Van Nunley, and we record for you, right now once a week, and then we release that like immediately on the digital outlet, but terrestrially on KSNM 98.7 Classic Rock, Las Cruces, Truth or Consequences, and we take advantage of Rio Bravo Brewery here in beautiful and historic Albuquerque, New Mexico, is our home for the podcast because it's easier to record when we have a drinky drink.
That is fair, and I am due for one in the next 10 minutes.
The 5 o'clock at the time of this recording, but if you have a drinky drink with us, take a picture of it, take a selfie, tag us on our social media outlets at TalkABQ. We need to change that. Tag us on our social media outlets, and we will say hello.
We will.
Yeah. One of us will say hello.
Slide into the DMs.
Yeah. Also, if you're looking for us on social media, otherwise, I don't have it. I'm not that guy.
I have a personal.
I get a
couple friends.
I get some screenshots that people send me of stuff that people say about me on social media.
Ooh.
And I am so out of the social media game, I have to say, which app is this?
Sure.
Because I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's mostly when I hear second or possibly even third hand about exploits on the interwebs. It's on the, are we dating the same person?
Yeah,
Facebook.
that one will get you.
Yeah, I'm on there like every few months for some reason.
Congrats.
Yeah.
I get one on local personalities that you shouldn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one I get. Yeah. That it's not a lie, that's a story.
If this guy walks into your restaurant,
yeah,
tell him you're overbooked.
Yeah, if this guy walks in, tell him, sorry, sir, the all-you-can-eat buffet stopped it moments ago. Whatever time it is, say it just stopped.
Right.
Yeah.
2 minutes prior.
Correct. I was watching TV the other day. The Oscars.
Which you do less and less of as time goes on.
I don't watch really any TV.
Right.
My little brother called me and said, you need to watch this show. It's based in St. Louis. That's where I'm from. It's got Jason Bateman. And I say, there's no way. There's no way that if that is how you describe a thing to me, then I'm going to make the effort to insert it into my life.
Is it Ozark?
No.
Oh,
Probably the same universe. Didn't even think about that.
is it really?
I don't know. So,
I'm a Jason Bateman dude.
I don't know enough about him,
I like him
to be able to say a positive or a negative thing.
Mm.
That's because I don't watch things.
Sure.
I'm not familiar with things.
Sure.
I saw the new Spider-Man trailer. I go, I'll watch that. I can spare 90 minutes.
The cartoon one.
No. The new live action one trailer.
There's a new
Came out today.
Spider-Man.
Came out
That's
today.
exciting stuff.
Time of
Fred.
recording. came out.
Okay.
I
You
like
do.
that stuff.
You do watch Marvel movies
In theater.
and you watch Fast and the Furious.
In theater.
I'm not sure if you've seen another movie outside of Marvel and the Fast and the Furious
I've
universe.
seen Bourne movies.
Okay.
I've seen James Bond movies.
Okay.
Here's what I like: spectacles.
hmm
This is why I like going to Super Bowls, and I like big spectacles. I like concerts.
Sure.
I like that stuff. Now, I'm not sitting there and watching the Freddie Prince movie, and not Freddie Prince, the Freddie Mercury movie,
Mm.
and Queen, and going, this seems like a really good biography on the band. Like, I'm not confused. No one just sits down at a piano and slams their hands on the keys while their buddy goes, and then you have a hit song. That's not how songwriting works. I'm not confused.
But it does in movies.
But it does in movies.
Every single one of them.
Yeah. You can't just slam your fingers on the keyboard, then take those same fingers, run them through your hair, scream at the top of your lungs, and then your buddy go, and then you have a hit song. That's not how writing works.
Correct.
But I like watching the Live Aid concert on the big screen.
Agreed.
I like that part. Whatever that guy's name is.
There's only one music biopic
Malik?
that matters
Is that
in
his
the
name?
world.
Malik?
Rami Malek,
Yeah.
I believe.
Oh,
That's obviously Walk Hard, the
I
ballad
knew
of
you were going to say Walk
the
Hard.
Dewey Cox. That's the only good one.
The Weird Al one.
It's
Did
the
you
only
see
one
that?
that's realistic.
See the Weird Al one?
The Weird Al one was very small.
I didn't see it.
You should put it up there.
I didn't see any of the Oscar movies outside of Sinners and Tomorrow We Will Murder. What was it called?
One battle after
One
another.
Battle After Another. So those are the only two I saw. And
Two best ones. You did pretty good.
well, so I wanted to be in the mix.
Yeah.
So I pulled up the futures bets, which, by the way, if you're a reporter in the Middle East, I'm sorry for all the threats you're getting on people taking futures bets and how
If a reporter will die?
on how they report the news.
Ah.
Yeah. So the Oscars are on. And I'm 41 years old. You're 43 years old.
44 now.
You're 44. But will you live to see 45 the way things are going?
I wouldn't bet on it.
So, Kalshi. So, when we were growing up in the 90s, there was this hip guy in comedy. He used to write for Saturday Night Live. He used to write for The Simpsons. Hosted a talk show.
Uh-huh.
He was part of the funniest white people you know. Also, by the way, rest in peace. So, he was the guy. And then blacklisted. NBC fired him. He was the heir apparent. He was taking over for Jay Leno.
Yeah.
There was conversation, and then he scooped it back, and he had to go to cable only, and it made it only more risque, unlike the way that Howard Stern went from terrestrial to satellite and stopped being creative when describing anatomy of women's bodies and just made it terrible. He made it better.
Yeah, agree.
And then he got blacklisted again, and he had to go on a tour. And then he was a stand-up comedian, and he's the best Oscar host ever. And we're talking about Conan O'Brien. But when I watched him this past weekend, he was so old.
Is that what you took away from it?
I looked at his little old face,
Mm.
his face that he used to manipulate, the way that Jim Carrey used to manipulate his own face, and now he has a completely different face, like in that movie Face Off. But that's not this conversation.
Sidebar: have we figured out what was going on with Jim Carrey's face?
And then they told us
It's still a mystery.
Yeah. They said it was a lady that was wearing a fake face trying to be Jim Carrey, but I don't believe that. I think Larry Ellison has something to do with it. I shouldn't have said his name on the broadcast.
Whoopsie.
Sundance
We'll
bought
edit that out in
Paramount.
post.
Paramount's going to buy WB. WB owns all of it. That's why CBS is what it currently is. So I watched Conan O'Brien.
Sure.
You watched him too at the Oscars.
That is incorrect.
What?
I watched highlights afterwards because remember how we were just talking about the World Baseball Classic?
You were busy.
They dared go up against USA versus the Dominican. Must see TV.
I had it on two screens. They call me Freddie Two Screens.
Do they now?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and I can watch baseball without sound.
sometimes prefer sports without sound.
Yeah.
I like to choose my own soundtrack. I just put on some music when I'm watching sports.
Like baseball related songs, like 4th of July anthems.
I just play John Fogerty's Center Field on
that's
repeat.
Super good.
Yeah, totally.
So I'm watching the Oscars, and Conan O'Brien comes out, and he's fire.
Yeah, funny guy.
Funny.
One of the best comedy writers in the past 50 years.
I'm trying to do the Rushmore of that. He's on it.
Yeah.
He might actually be standalone on it. That's how substantial he is in the world of comedy writing.
Give me a little Larry David.
Very funny.
Give me a little Dave Chappelle.
I'm over Dave Chappelle.
Okay.
He played the masses for a fool.
Yeah, a lot of people are.
Same thing happened with old Billy Burr. I'm over Billy Burr.
I'm not against people getting the bag, even if the bag comes from Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
Get your bag.
See, WrestleMania has to cancel. No, WrestleMania. WWE has to cancel all these Saudi Arabia trips now. And they have this like 10-year deal.
War?
Yeah, because of the war.
Yeah.
They don't know what to do.
They're going to be okay.
They should just get a residency in Vegas. Like, that would just be fine.
I don't see why they don't.
I don't see either. So I'm watching the Oscars. And Conan O'Brien is so old. I looked in his old face.
I think he's a moderate amount of old.
Did you look at his face?
I've seen his face, yes.
It has...
I often watch clips from his podcast. He has funny, interesting people on his podcast. Obviously not as interesting as us, but close.
If you and I were to do his podcast, which is not that far of a fetch, it would be a very funny episode because of him.
Yes.
Yeah. A lot of yes ands over here.
We can toss softballs with the best of them.
Yeah. And he would knock them out the park like he did the Oscars.
Only every time.
So the Oscars commence, and the Oscars should be a political stage the way it has been, I don't know, forever.
Forever.
But every time there's a conversation about how it shouldn't be, although it has been forever.
Yeah.
So Conan O'Brien opens, got Kid Rock jokes about alternative Oscars and blah, blah, blah. It's very funny. The whole thing is going. And then they keep showing highlights from earlier in the night because they don't show you all of the Oscars actually start at like 9 a.m. or something.
Right. There's hundreds of awards.
Hundreds of them.
Yeah.
And then the Canva graphics they used this year were bottom tier. I know you didn't watch.
I didn't see the graphics.
But if you get a chance to go back, it's just like lower third nameplates and everything. But they're showing red carpet, which, by the way, is the only place it should exist is at the Oscars. It should not be anywhere else. You don't need it for your kids' first day of kindergarten. You just need it at the Oscars.
I didn't know that was a thing.
That's a huge thing.
I'm going to disagree with you as hard as humanly possible. That's the cutest thing I've ever heard in my life.
You and I walked into Universal Studios one time on a red carpet.
Yeah.
Now,
that was not necessary.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We're on the same page.
That was not necessary whatsoever. Oh, are you referring to my 40th birthday when I got kicked out of Universal Studios?
I am referring to that.
For stripping down to the nude and running through a water park? Is that what you're referring to?
Correct.
That night?
So they're showing these red carpet highlights, and Mr. Wonderful from the ABC hit show The Shark Tank. Are you familiar with this?
I am not.
So there's this show called The Shark Tank. And what they do on The Shark Tank is you as an inventor.
Oh, yes, the Mark Cuban thing.
It's
Gotcha.
the Mark Cuban thing. So you as an inventor, you go on there and you say, hey, guys, I'm always spilling my beer when I'm driving. And then you state the problem.
Correct.
And you say, so I got a hat that's got a straw and you put your beer in and you drink it. That's what you do. Mm-hmm. They said, did you mean driving like a car? And you go, no, on the golf course. And then everyone laughs and it's, and then you got the beer hat for the golf course. That's the show. So Mr. Wonderful, he's the guy on the show.
I do know who you're talking about now.
Thank you. I got you there.
I put it all together.
Storyteller.
Yeah. He's in Marty Supreme.
Who?
Marty Supreme.
Is that on my Spotify?
With Timothée Chalamalama Ding Dong. He's in that movie.
The Loser.
It's an honor just to be nominated.
Also, he's with one of the Kardashians. I didn't know this.
I think he's with the least crazy one. Is that correct?
I mean, on a spectrum.
I said least crazy. I didn't say not.
On a long enough timeline.
Yeah.
Everyone gets the opportunity. Which has made him the most hated man in Hollywood.
I don't think that's why.
Sorry, Hollyweird.
Yeah. I think it's because he threw unnecessary shots at the opera and the ballet. That's what got him in
Steven
hot water.
Spielberg said that. Did you see that in his speech?
What, he also said that it sucks?
No. Said the opposite.
Oh.
He goes, how fortunate we are to captivate audiences in film and television and the opera. And
ballet.
Got him!
Yeah.
So, Van, the point I'm trying to get to here is at the Oscars, we have a new villain. And that's when Hollywood is best. Hollywood is best when we have a villain of a certain capability. And Timothy Chalamet Ding Dong is that dude. I'm now rooting for him because I'm pro the ballet and opera stuff. We talked about that last week.
You are a fan of heels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he showed up with the prettiest girl from the most hated Nepo family in all of Hollyweird, which is what you and your dad call it.
Do we now?
I believe you guys do.
Okay.
Yeah. It's very Candace Owens.
I'll just nod my head and we'll keep going. Okay.
And now I'm not just rooting for people to do well. I'm rooting for him to do even better than them, to harm them.
Yeah.
I hate the movie Dune. It's boring. It doesn't look good on a big screen. It's just sand. I am the Anakin Skywalker of sand.
Yeah.
Like, I do not care at all about this until now. Because when he takes the heel turn in the world of Dune, I'm going to be there for it. I'm going to support it.
He doesn't do that if you're familiar with the story, but that's okay.
No, he will.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
He's just going to change the decades-old story.
I'm captivated.
Okay.
You know
also,
how
Dune's incredible. I love that universe.
You know, people hate John Bernthal because he was so good in The Walking Dead at being bad, and they can't support him in films because he had such an impactful role. You know the way people hate Joffrey?
Yes.
Because he was so good at being so bad.
Yeah, that's an actor.
You know the way
acting. He's not a real tyrant dictator.
The way
we
people
have one of those.
Hate that. Yes, you should hate him too.
Hate him.
The way people hate Malfoy from the Harry Potter.
That one I don't know.
You see, I don't really know it either, but you get the point I'm getting to.
Sure.
The way that people hate, I can keep giving you these iconic Cersei's. That's two from the same series.
Using a lot of Game of Thrones.
Yeah, it was written very well.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't ask about the next book.
The end.
Yeah.
Yeah, but not so much.
I don't know who the most famed villains of all time are. Oh, I know who it is for me. All right, on the count of three, let's both say him.
Genghis Khan.
I was going to say Large Marge.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Large Marge terrified me as a child.
Grandpa Joe from Willy Wonka.
Silent villain.
The worst person in the history of cinema.
Pee-wee's Big Adventure is a very whimsical child comedy up until the point where they introduced Large Marge for no damn reason. And then she terrified me as a child.
That was the point.
Also, in 2026 standards, she's not even that big.
Right. I don't think they were referring to her size or weight. I just think it sounded cool.
Do you think back to little kid you and the first time you saw Large Marge?
It's terrifying.
It's terrifying.
It's terrifying. By the way, if you haven't seen it, I'm going to ruin it for you.
Yeah.
She's a ghost. Yeah, just like Bruce Willis was too.
Okay, you're spoiling The Sixth Sense.
Walter White dies at the end.
See, everything you're doing is ruining all film.
Well, it's a little old. You should have watched it already.
You should have already seen that Large Marge was a ghost.
Correct. You should know this.
So, Timothy Chalamet does not win.
No.
He loses. But he wins in my heart because the people who pick the winner are losers. Therefore, he's the actual winner because the organization itself is full of blow hard, try hard, Holly weirdos.
Yeah.
And he has now surpassed them on the hierarchy of coolosity.
Yeah. He might have won if it wasn't for Michael B. and Michael C. Jordan playing twins.
They did some wild stuff
Mm-hmm.
in that.
Yeah.
With body doubles and fake faces.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was good. If you're into vampires and musicals or whatever, like it's
Very much am.
yeah, it's weird.
Smack me right in the middle of that Venn diagram.
That's what he all right. So Timothy Chalamet,
Mm-hmm.
who is right now not a hero. He's not even an anti-hero. He's a full heel. He should have attacked musicals too when he was attacking ballets and operas.
Just go everything that's not a movie.
No. Target the sinners.
Mm.
And if he would have said, like, if he would have, like, for sport thrown in people of color, then it would have been, well, you can't walk back from this plank, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to go into
Go all the way in.
Go in now.
Don't just dip your toe in.
That's where
Talk
the
about
sharks
ballet.
swim. Yeah,
Opera.
if you're real bad, swim with the sharks.
Also, that's incredibly low-hanging fruit. That is not a unique hot take that the ballet and opera sucks.
It's not
While
a unique hot take that
I
stuff that sucks.
Personally do enjoy it. I went to a friggin' musical last week.
Book of Mormon?
Mary Poppins.
Oh.
Yeah, it was a blast.
So you had the option to go to Book of Mormon or Mary Poppins, and you went to Mary Poppins?
I've seen Book of Mormon. I have not seen Mary
You're a
Poppins.
loser, dude.
It was beautiful.
What helped the medicine go down?
A spoonful of sugar, my friend.
Okay.
Everyone knows that.
It's the better one of the ones, but it's not the best one. Also, musicals are way better than the opera and ballet.
And another ice cold take. Yeah, for sure.
So Timothy Chalamet, by losing, has actually become the biggest winner, is what I'm trying to get to.
Okay.
Because if he had won, he's just another cog in the gear that is Holly weird. And instead, they give it to the guy that they should have already given an Oscar to for any of the movies he made 20 years ago, which were far superior to this movie. So they made up for that. So he's this Anderson cat straight. And Michael B. Jordan doesn't have to be in the conversation again for Best Actor because he's already got one.
Got one.
And this is opening the door for the new Hollywood led by Timmy Boy.
Well, I don't think Timothy Chalamet is going to quit making Oscar bait movies anytime soon.
Until he gets one.
So he's going to be back.
Okay.
He'll be back for sure. As a big Paul Thomas Anderson guy.
Yeah.
Deserved.
20 years late.
Way deserved.
It's 20 years late.
Absolutely.
That's what this thing is now, too. Like when the people that are known are winning the ones, it's not for the ones they should have won for. They're winning for the current one because they should have won for a past one.
Correct.
But because the industry has changed over that time, they're making up for former ones instead of current ones.
Yes. The best example all time is
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Leonardo DiCaprio winning for The Revenant.
Which was
like, oh my God, he was out in the cold for 9 months.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he deserves it. He got paid $20 million to do that. Let's be clear. Do you know what I would do for $20 million?
Yeah.
Being cold for 9 months would be one of the entry-level things that I would do for $20 million.
I'd change a lot of my core values.
Friends of the show, use your imagination. Whatever the weirdest thing you could think of, you're correct.
Welcome to Van's Labyrinth.
I would do that. That's so many millions of dollars.
And Conan, I guess, is the lifetime host now?
Should be.
They ended.
He's like wholesome Ricky Gervais. He's like bizarro Ricky Gervais. Just as funny, but not offensive.
He married a waitress he met on an on-location shoot when he was doing Conan O'Brien. Like, that's how down-to-earth he is. He's a Harvard grad who writes comedy. It's wild to me. He's the best host there ever has been. He's better than Billy Crystal. And he does the whole show. He opens it, comes out about 1 million times. Also, that British guy that you super like, he's good too. You could slide him in there. Not Gervais, the other one, the vampire British guy.
Vampire British guy?
You know exactly who I'm talking about.
Describe him. Don't use the word vampire again.
All right. It's like if he sucked blood.
Okay.
Matt Berry.
Oh, now I love him.
I just said that.
Yeah.
And I described him perfectly, by the way.
He's incredible.
He.
And Jackie Daytona.
Yeah.
Regular human bartender. Matt Berry. Incredible.
They can do handoff thing between the two, like a site, like if Steve Martin.
Well, now I feel bad for not watching.
It was good.
I've always been a Conan guy.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was doubled down with Matt Berry.
There was a lot
as
of
well.
them on it, too.
That's lovely.
Yeah. You know how Martin Short and Steve Martin should have been doing this forever?
Yeah.
They could do it together like that.
Mm-hmm.
We step away to come back. You listen to 2 Men On right here, KSNM 98.7, classic rock, recorded at the Rio Bravo Brewery. We're having the best time. Welcome back to the program. Welcome back to 2 Men On. We record live from Rio Bravo Brewery every single Wednesday, where you can come here with us. There are friends of the show currently waiting because we started late. And then we air this bad boy on KSNM 98.7 Classic Rock, Las Cruces, Truth or Consequences, and soon your ears through whatever podcast catcher downloader you use if you're not hearing us terrestrially.
And don't forget our fans at the New Mexico Education Channel,
Let's
Comcast
go.
Channel 96. We're also on television.
You can catch us in 86,000 homes around the great state of New Mexico.
Yes, you can.
That's wild. That's wild. You and I work a lot.
Do a lot. Wear a lot of hats.
Blessed to be busy. That's what I always say to people. They say, how you doing? I say regular.
Blessed to be stressed.
Is that what you say?
Yes. Quite ironically.
I don't hate that.
I don't mean it.
The bank teller today, I go to the credit union today. I'm a credit union guy.
Sure.
She says to me, how you doing, Fred? I said, pretty regular. She says, you're never good.
Aww.
I say, you know what? I'm regular.
Today.
Yeah.
Today I'm good.
There are times.
Today you're good. Today I'm not good. St. Patty got me. Holy moly.
After Hot Boy dinner last night?
Oh, God. I'm hanging by threads, brother.
I drink, told story. Also, friends of the show, I get there's a lot of life. This is where the segment's going. I get that there's a lot of life out there. We got responsibilities at work. Got responsibilities with the fam. Got responsibilities with the extended fam. The dog, if you don't go to the vet with your partner, they come back thinking their dog's going to die tomorrow. By the way, the vet is a scam and they lie to you. Go together. Don't let them team up against your partner and exploit their fear.
Yes. You also don't need that air filter yet in your car. Give it a few more 1,000 miles.
I'm going to tell you to switch that out, actually. Don't hear Van on that.
I have a new truck, and they're telling me that I need a new cabin filter. I was like, I definitely do not. And if I did, your boy's switching it out himself for $12.
You know what? I would open it. I would get the shop vac.
Yeah.
I'd put that bad boy in reversey.
Right.
And I'd be good. I'd go
Also, have you tried pulling it out and tapping it just a couple times? That's all it needs. I guarantee you.
I'm the best about check oil or change oil, right? Because the inconvenience and the cost of changing your oil, very minimal versus what can happen if you don't.
Yes.
Yeah. And I go and I say, I'm here for the oil change. And they go, cool, we have 45 other things. And I go, am I not communicating well?
Just the one.
Yeah.
Just the oil, please.
Do I have enough value in your life that you can hear me? I'm here for the full synthetic.
We don't ever use it because we live in a desert. But if you could top off the wiper fluid too, that'd be great.
I think mine has a leak.
Just those two things.
I need to figure it out. Mine's always empty. But you're correct. I'm a guy who knows what I want. And you, friend of the show, I'm going to encourage you to take some time for yourself. I'm going to encourage you to, if you feel like you need the outlet of, and a lot of people claim golf. A lot of people claim, we talked about third spaces earlier, find the time with the people in your life that best help you feel you. Do that. And I'm making a change, man. I'm going to tell you about it right now on the program. I'm going to make a more established effort to touch grass.
I like that a lot.
Too much of my life is in front of the screen that I'm currently recording on, the airwaves that I broadcast to, the office that I'm chained to in a really positive way because I enjoy my day job helping the Boys and Girls Clubs here in New Mexico. But I have, not just financially, but time-wise, because I'm an authority of it, I have the opportunity at relatively low cost to take advantage of some travel and see state parks, national parks. And I'm going to this weekend. I'm going to Yosemite this weekend.
Congratulations.
Thank
It's going to be fun.
I've been before. There's a special place in my heart. I'm taking my partner. She's never been.
Oh, that's going to be nice.
She's first-generation Mexican-American, and all of her family vacations as a child were in Mexico.
Right.
And she, because
which is lovely.
Which is lovely. She's a creature of habit. If she's been to a place she likes, she wants to go back there. I am not that.
I'm that way with Hawaii.
I've been to Hawaii with you.
Yeah.
And I would go back with better company.
Smart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been to 50 states. And I'm telling you, my new effort is I'm going to touch grass regularly. So I need to build a plan to where I have access to that. Because I historically, when I travel for work, I'm going to a place, better see some pro wrestling.
Right.
You know, I'm going to a place, better. No. I'm going to literally pinch a tent. I'm going to hang out. It's going to be lovely.
2025 was the first calendar year in my adult life that I did not go camping.
That's not true. We went.
And I believe my mental health suffered.
You are lying. We went camping together.
Was that I was 2024.
No.
Okay, strike that, reverse it. 2024 was the first calendar year that I didn't go camping as an adult, and it affected my mental health.
Correct.
I was building a house. I was kind of busy. But anyways.
This is my new thing. I'm going to go to Yosemite this weekend. And you won't know, friends of the show, outside of what I tell you in the program. Because I'm not going to go, and then I'm not going to put it on the social media. Yeah. I'm not going to put it through AI filters. And I'm not going to use what I'm going to fuel? Not my algorithm. I'm going to fuel my existence. I'm going to see the sunrise and the sunset over Mount Capitan. Actually, I don't know which way the sun comes up as it relates to that. So that's why I said both.
Well, I think it depends on what side of the mountain you're on. Very important. It's going to come the same way every time.
Yeah, historic, at least the last several million years.
For now. Yes.
This is my new plan. So that's my question to you, Van. What is that escapism? What is that thing that keeps you grounded?
Okay.
Level? Because I am now striving to be better than regular. I want to be able to, with confidence, say to others, good.
Ooh.
And good to me, because I talked about this on the show, I don't want to be a liar. I don't want to lie to someone.
Yeah.
I don't want to say I'm good when I'm only, in fact, regular.
Regular is good, dare I say.
No, regular is regular. The only way I think I could easily be good is if every day I woke up and put together a sweet Star Wars Lego set.
Well, let's say, which you can. You have that option. Oh. You have that option in life to do that.
Like a sweet one, not a low-end one.
So let's say on a scale of 1 to 10, what is your regular?
5.
Oh, just smack dab in the middle.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like pH. There's like a little bit of you can go up or down a little bit.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And you're still
So
regular.
Yeah, still regular.
Okay. I would like to think my regular is slightly above 5. I think I'm a 6.5 guy when I'm regular, maybe even rounded up to 7. So when I'm regular, I'm actually good.
All right. So on the scale of fair to Midland, where is that?
Lubbock.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I saw a report the other day that said Midland, Texas is the highest per capita revenue in the whole country.
That could be correct.
It's very correct.
I think the whole Permian Basin is doing pretty well.
You should take pro wrestling down there.
Should. Why haven't you?
To me, I have this relative line of expectation on emotion. And I say it's like a line. And I say I want to be at or near this line of expectation.
Mm-hmm.
And if it goes a little bit up, that's okay.
Okay.
If it goes a little bit down, that's okay too. But these big spikes, that's what I try to like navigate away from.
Oh, that's more my thing. I operate with a certain guise of emotion.
Yeah. You need that.
Yeah.
You need to feel the highs so you recognize the lows.
Correct.
Yeah.
You have more of a flat affect.
Very much.
Yeah.
If things are going too well, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to curb that enthusiasm.
Drop it down a peg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what we need to do? Be realistic here.
Mm-hmm.
Cannot maintain this. I know how dopamine works.
Right.
Yeah. You know what I'm going to do? Crash.
Yeah.
You know what I don't want to do? I just said it. Crash.
I, on the other hand, milk it for everything it's got.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Often doing some candle burning.
You ever watch those old...
Both ends, obviously.
Yeah, no, I got that. You ever watch those old, like, 1950s narrated, like, Johnny here wants to support the war, and he can do it by buying bonds. You know, you ever watch any of that stuff?
I understand the reference.
Yeah.
I don't actively watch it.
Okay. So those at that time, because women, for the first time in history, had to join the workforce because of the war.
Yeah.
So they would send their children to programs like Boy Scouts of America.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, way better than Hitler Youth. And they would do a whole bunch of stuff.
In your opinion.
I'm going to present that one as fact, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to say they won all the things.
Some would disagree.
Yeah.
A growing number of people disagree.
But there are these organizations that would literally watch your kid because mom had to be at work.
Mm-hmm.
But these organizations weren't daycares. They were doing like testing on your children.
Yeah.
It's very dark. People don't talk about this time. But one of those tests, Van, and this is where me and you would be separated into different rooms.
Okay.
Is they would put these children in a room and they would put 2 candies on a table. And they say, you have 1 candy now, and that's fine. Or you could have 2 candies now, and that's fine. Or you can show a little patience, and you can have candy greater than 2 for a prolonged period. But you just have to wait right now. And what you would do is immediately grab both candies, unwrap them, put them in your mouth simultaneously, and suck harder than you've ever sucked.
Okay, that last part was a little much, but I agree.
What
I technically would have done was pop one of them candies immediately, take that other candy, put it in my pocket for when that first candy ran out of juice.
What you would have done is pop the first candy in your mouth, suck, popped it out of your mouth, rewrapped it, put it back on the table, and lied.
You're not far off.
Yeah.
I probably would have gave it a shot. As a child, not me now, child me would have been definitely up to something nefarious.
Because you need that high of the candy.
You would be in the room, and they would start explaining the candy.
Yeah.
And you'd say, but where is the candy? And I would be on the other side of the door laughing.
Yes.
Because I stole your candy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have 2 candies.
Yeah.
Because I can maintain, I'm telling you, I strive to maintain regular. I need it. But not anymore. I'm switching the gear to where, because I can produce my own candy now.
You're going to jump into the land of the 7s with me.
Now, what is 7?
That's better than regular.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm afraid.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Because I don't know how I can do it with so many indulgences.
Right.
And my high, because I've never done drugs,
Mhm.
my high is really addictive stuff like attention.
Ooh, that's a bad one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You ever got an attention from people?
Daily. I love it.
It feels so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Last night was a big one.
You know how much attention? That's what I'm talking
Last
about.
night was an 11 with the boys
Yeah.
and girls eventually. Boys in the early part. But because of it was 11, today I'm a 4.
That's what
And
I'm
that's
trying.
the
See,
highs
you can't
and lows
do
you're
that.
trying to
Yes.
avoid. Yeah. Probably 3.5.
But according to your math, because you were an 11 and now a 4, you're actually a 7.5.
7 this whole
And that
time.
makes that's your goal.
Correct.
As opposed to Freddie Bear here.
Who just wants 7.5 all the time.
Can't do it.
No.
Can't. That's what I'm saying. Can't trust it.
You are happy with 5. I strive to be more than a 5.
No.
I need it.
If you're going to strive to be more than a 5, you have to have a plan in place. And that's what I'm trying to get with this.
All right.
So I'm calling it touching grass. So I'm going to make an effort. I love the high desert. I love it. It's my favorite place. I choose to be here.
Agree.
But I'm going to make that effort because I have the opportunity to explore the world that surrounds us. Because for 20 years of my life, tied to a microphone daily or weekly or similar and a day thing and a whatever, I'm now going to explore the world that has for this entire time surrounded me and I'm not being able to take advantage of. And then I no longer want to thirst for attention. I want to thirst for ambiguity in nature. And I want to be able to enter a place with another A word, anonymity. And I want to be able to stand in a field of tactile, like I'm sure I'm on the spectrum otherwise too, but I want to be able to feel at simultaneously a breeze and the earth below me, as opposed to, Van, the city streets that I walk on every day. This is my goal.
We are in a position where we do not have an anonymity anywhere around here.
No, not here.
No.
Soon not in Las Cruces.
Correct. Well, I started off that way.
They asked you to leave.
It was by choice, but I saw the writing on the wall.
The city was enthused when you left. What are those other, that's what I'm getting to. What are those other outlets? And also, like, did you have those, friend of the show, 6 years ago, 5 years ago, when you were trying to withstand the COVIDs?
Mm-hmm.
You know, did you have that thing and for whatever reason you abandoned that thing? Because I'm saying bring it back. Do I believe I'll enjoy disc golf the way that I was forced to those years? No, I don't.
I have not played since COVID.
No.
I
have the disc.
Yeah.
I have not played. But if I were to go, and it's not like a recapture of days gone by. That's not what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I'm talking about escapism from the rat wheel that I was so willing to rejoin once the option to jump back on presented itself.
And you're speaking to what I would consider first world problems.
Sure.
There's a lot of people out there, a bunch of the friends of the show, I guarantee you that much, who don't have those sort of options. But if you do, in fact, have those options, take them.
That's what, yes.
Please.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It doesn't have to be my exact example.
No.
It can be whatever that thing is. You know, is that thing creating the man cave in your garage?
Mm-hmm.
Is that thing wrenching on the truck with a young blood that needs to learn how to wrench on the truck?
Yeah.
You know, is that like, have we been so lost to that stuff? For whatever reason, societally, we have been lost to it. Because it's crazy to me that no one teaches these young adults that it's okay to say, I don't know, let me go find out.
Oh, bringing it on back. What
That's
a callback.
to.
What a callback, my friend. I'm of the opinion, and I say this often, experiences over stuff. I really don't care about stuff. I don't want stuff, but I do want some experiences. Stuff may be involved. That's okay. But give me the fun excursion. Give me the aforementioned spectacles. Give me something that I am going to remember fondly over that tangible thing. I don't have a ton of things. I have a record collection. I have a record collection. That's like the most take up space stuff
you
I
can
have.
see Van's record collection on NM Case Lookup.
Yeah, that's a different kind of record.
Oh,
but thank
sorry.
you for that as well. I have a closet full of clothes.
You
I
can
have
see.
I have a shed full of tools, and I have 2 cast iron pots. Like that's all I own in my life. That's all I need.
I have a ton of unforgettable memories with individuals that I choose to forget.
Way better than stuff.
I would like to. It's very dark. I would like to, with the people, because I feel now at this midlife crisis age of 41, which if I do hit another midlife crisis, will be my second. I feel that making that asserted effort to create these new memories with individuals that you know will stand the test of time.
Right.
Is that as quality of a thing as possible? Now, is that, for instance, friend in Las Cruces or Truth of Consequences or any ear that is listening, is that join the men's league softball team and play on Tuesdays and Thursdays? Could be.
Sure.
Go do that.
Yeah.
Bowling leagues are smaller than they've ever been. You can get on a team. There are less of that than there has ever been. Go do that. Go find that thing instead of finding that next video in your algorithm.
Right.
Instead of redefining the impression on your favorite recliner. Make the effort too, and then see how good you feel from it.
I'm a deathbed guy. You've heard me talk about this before.
Yeah.
When you on your
yearn
deathbed,
for your deathbed.
That is incorrect.
Okay.
I'm fighting against it every single day of my life.
Not last night.
What? No, I was actively trying last night. That part is accurate. What are you going to regret on your deathbed? It's not going to be, I wish I worked a few more hours a week.
No.
It's like, I wish I went to Yosemite. I should have went to WrestleMania. I should have, paid a couple extra bucks and paid these exorbitant fees to watch a concert. You should have choose that. Make that choice. Whatever gives your life purpose and meaning, please make that choice every time.
Embrace it. Also, everything in moderation.
Including moderation. Which is what I did last night.
I am a big fan of the idea that you can have all of the things within reason, and you by no means have to be an expert in any singular one. I'm telling you, there is no value in being the walking encyclopedia of Final Fantasy lore, the Houston Astros, WWE.
I feel attacked, but okay.
You see what I'm doing here, though.
Sure.
But if you embrace all the things that surround you, find that balance. I think that's a good message for today's modern man that I'm not hearing enough from those that surround us. Also, this bowling league thing has got me intrigued. I think we'd have a blast. I don't think we would win a ton. I believe we'd spend a lot of time in the karaoke bar afterwards.
More drinking than bowling, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
But sure, I get what you're saying.
You know what will be fun? For me to learn how to score bowling. That will be a fun thing.
Do people know that? I thought we invented machines to do that for us.
Skynet.
It's coming. Watch your back.
That's what I want. What's the new one? Pickleball? Go play pickleball. Go do that. Do bad at it. You probably just do bad for a while. It seems like a very easy sport, actually.
One of the easiest, I would think. It's just big ping pong.
Go learn. Yeah. That's my point, man. That's where we're wrapping up the week's message is I'm going to touch more grass. I'm going to be a better person, and then I'm going to utilize that energy to be a hard 6.
I picked up gardening again.
That's the worst one.
I missed it.
I knew you would ruin it.
I grow my own food from seed.
That's a bottom tier hobby.
It's delicious and nutritious and fun.
Hey, I live in
Not only do I touch grass, I touch dirt.
I live in the desert. I think I'm going to grow stuff.
It's incredibly important.
You know what we had just very recently? Hottest winter in the history of the time that we've recorded winters. And the wildfires this year are going to be worse or better than ever, depending on how you define what a wildfire is.
If you really like fire.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm going to try grow stuff. Yuck. Also, any hobby you get into, I'm going to hate instantly.
Oh, for sure. You have a rich history of doing
It's a
that.
good program today.
Hard agree.
You can get 2 Men On anywhere you get your podcast. That's Apple, iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify, all the things. Please, if you can do. Also, we're so very appreciative of those that take the time to leave a 5-star review. It goes a long way with us in the world of the algorithm. Big thank you to KSNM 98.7 Classic Rock for hosting us every single Saturday. We do expect to be down in Las Cruces in the month of April, so we will let you know when we are there, and we will make the time for you. So
Absolutely.
Thank you for the immediate support we've had. Final words, Van, before we go?
Can't wait to go see you in person, Cruces. Let's hang.
See, that sounds like what a serial killer would say.
I did historically go by all 3 of my names, and I am a white middle-aged man.
Mm-hmm.
I've never been closer to a serial killer than right now.
For Van Nunley, for myself, Fred Slow. Good job, everyone. Keep breathing.